How do you plan to celebrate Kentucky's 225th birthday? Outside of baking a cake large enough for 225 candles, what are some of the ways you might commemorate this important milestone? I'll have some suggestions for you next as I ask you to come along with me and think humanities. One of the ways you might begin to celebrate Kentucky's 225th anniversary is to learn about the people. You could read Faces of Kentucky by historians Frida and James Clotter, who tell us that early Kentucky was a middle ground, a crossroads where French, Spanish, and English colonists began their lives on the new frontier. Or you might read Kentuckians Before Boone by archaeologist Gwen Henderson and learn about the people who occupied this land generations before Europeans and white explorers inhabited its woodlands and mountains long before it was called Kentucky. After all, Native Americans named the state. Visit the Kentucky History Center in Frankfort for more on the state's first population. You could take a trip to Fort Boonesborough, founded by none other than Daniel Boone himself, to see for yourself what life in the 1770s must have been like. Learn more about Boone's life by attending a Kentucky Chautauqua performance. Our website, kyhumanities.org, will guide you to a scheduled appearance in June. You might take a trip to the Kentucky Derby Museum to learn more about the Run for the Roses, which has been run every year since 1875. Celebrating with a bit of Kentucky's finest bourbon would certainly be appropriate. With more than a dozen distilleries throughout the state, Kentucky produces nearly 95% of the world's bourbon. You could always take in some of Kentucky's natural treasures, explore Mammoth Cave, hike up to Natural Bridge, or spend a weekend camping at Land Between the Lakes. Or perhaps you might visit Danville's Constitution Square, where in April 1792, a draft of the state's first constitution led to Kentucky being admitted to the Union as the nation's 15th state. There's so much to understand about the history and culture of our magnificent state. Happy birthday, Kentucky, from Kentucky Humanities. It's been a remarkable 225 years. Until next time, remember to think humanities.